Hello, this is Stockman. Today we're looking at QEDN for June 28th, 2011. The stock's trading on the pink sheets, and we're looking at a daily chart. This goes back about 4 months and began around beginning in April. A few things we can point out right away here is that there seems to be a lot of volatility in the stock as it was sort of starting to get set up. We had highs here of $1.10 and lows here of around 5 cents in a very short time frame, and you can see the volatility starts to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and you can see these gray lines are Bollinger Bands. They generally measure volatility, and one thing that's important about volatility is it usually goes from periods of high volatility to low volatility, and right now we're in a period of low volatility, so that could possibly suggest we could see a period of high volatility coming in the very near future. Now, taking a look at some trends, we can see that the highs are consistently getting lower here for quite a period of time. We've got, I'm going to draw a red resistance line here from our highs. We've kind of got this downtrend here that's developed. Every sort of spike ends up lower than the next one, and you can see that this downtrend line kind of gets broken. So instead of continuing to move down, we sort of move into a sideways movement. So we've sort of reversed from our sideways, our downward move, and we're kind of moving into a sideways trend at the moment. So what we can do is, if we take a look at our lows since we broke out of this resistance area around here, you can see we had around 8-10 cents. We had some lows, and these lows are starting to get higher and higher and higher. So what we can do is we can draw a support line that's pushing the price up. So what we've basically done is we've kind of gone from a downwards trend into a bit of an upwards trend, but we don't really have a run that's developed at this particular point in time, because what we have here is some price resistance right around 25 cents. You can see that we tested this area quite a few times and failed to break it. So what we've kind of have here is this resistance line that's sort of been building up, and this trend support line that's sort of pushing the price up. And now these two lines are starting to get tight. It's pushing into each other, so we've got resistance and support starting to get more narrow, and that's also being characterized by the Bollinger Bands are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So generally, in a situation like this, what generally can happen is any sort of increase in volume can catalyze a breakout, and we could see a price run start to form. It's not yet clear at this point that that's exactly what's going to happen. Could still need a little bit of time to consolidate, which is what's been happening over the past several weeks. But if we look at volume, you can see that we sort of have little volume spikes along the way, and during tight volatility, a volume spike like, trading 50 to 100,000 shares from 22,000, that could be the signal that we need to get a run, to build up a run, and we could start to see some price moves happening in the stock quite quickly. Looking at some of the momentum indicators, I've got the MACD and TRIX. MACD is sort of giving crossover signals. It's not giving any sort of clear signal. It's whipsawing back and forth, so this isn't really something we really want to pay too much attention to. But what we can see is we've sort of had a downward curve, and now we're kind of moving into an upward curve. Taking a look at TRIX, this may be a better indicator to use on the daily chart. We can see that we sort of have a crossover on the TRIX, which could be considered a buy signal. And if we look up, we can see it's also where we've broken past the resistance line, the downtrend resistance line. So this could be a very good indicator to use. You can see the entire downtrend that we've drawn here. TRIX was moving in a downward trend, and now currently it's got this upward move here. So it's suggesting we've got upward pressure here, and if we get a breakout, TRIX should continue to move up. In the future, if you see these lines cross down after a big run, that may signal the end of a particular move, but at this particular point in time, we should be very early in something that could be coming. So keep in mind, this is not a solicitation to buy or sell, and I am not an investment advisor. Thanks very much.